So here we have it. We're going to discuss the stat priorities. Now, when I was doing research on stat priorities, it seemed to be the most confusing area, and you had a lot of differentiating opinions in those areas. So I'm going to go ahead and demyth what I learned. Some people said you want to have 26 expertise and 8 hit, and other people are saying forget about hit, forget about expertise, just mastery, mastery, mastery. I decided to figure it out for myself, and the one that I found was better was the latter one. Basically, don't worry about hit, don't worry about expertise, and worry about mastery. Worry about dodge, worry about parry. So basically, as you can see here on the screen, your stats will be stamina, mastery, parry, and dodge. And I found it very simple once we broke it down to just these stats. Once your parry and your dodge chance are basically right around 14 to 16 each, where on mine here, my dodge is 15.10 and my parry is 16.35. At that point, just reforge everything into mastery. It makes it very, very simple, and you don't have to worry about getting your hit chance or getting your expertise cap. Don't even worry about that. Like, as you can see here on my guy right now, my hit is 3.35, my expertise is 11, and I am tanking Ragnaros. So don't let someone tell you that you have to have hit and you have to have expertise, because I am right here telling you that I tank 7 for 7 of Firelands with 3.35% hit and 11 expertise. So there you have it. That is pretty much going to be your stat priority in a nutshell. Next, we will talk about gemming. Gemming as a warrior tank is not difficult. More or less, you have to ask yourself a question in the beginning. Am I a lower geared tank, or am I a more advanced geared tank? So if you have lower gear, you're obviously going to need more stamina-based gems. Having the stamina-based gems is going to give you more health and be overall more beneficial for you to, do groups, do raids, and alleviate your healer. Now, if you're on the higher end, like myself, then you can start mixing and playing it up, tailor it to your needs. You can have some that are straight mastery. You can have some that are mastery and stamina. You can have some that have block. It just really depends on what you're doing and what your application is. So basically, if you're going to do, a pure stamina gem, you'd go with the Solid Ocean Sapphire, and that's going to give you plus 60 stamina. And if you're on the lower end, you're going to want to gem with these, as much as you can. You're going to basically be relying on stamina as much as possible. But then as you get more advanced, like I was saying, the Pursuant Dream Emerald is pretty much what I use to try and balance things out. That basically gives you 20 mastery rating and 30 stamina, along with the Fractured Amber Jewel, which is the 40 mastery rating. So you're going to have to tailor it to your needs, what you feel you're lacking. As you can see here with a lot of my gear, I just do straight mastery, as you can see here. And a couple of them, like this one here, I have the 20 parry rating and 20 mastery, just to throw some more parry in the mix. Don't necessarily need that. I mean, if your parry and your dodge are high, you can drop some of those, which I'll actually, after making this video and seeing that gem that I forgot was in there, will probably drop that and put a full mastery gem in there, because I already have plenty of parry. So, as you keep going, things change, things mix up, and you need to, adjust accordingly. But the jewels you'll be using is the Fractured Amber Jewel, like I said, which is 40 mastery rating, the Pursuant Dream Emerald, which is 20 mastery rating and 30 stamina, and if you need more parry, the Fine Ember Topaz, which gives you 20 parry rating and 20 mastery. If you need more stamina, the Solid Ocean Sapphire, 60 stam. And then as far as meta gems, you can either use the Austere Shadow Spirit Diamond, which gives you 81 stam and 2% increased armor value from items, or you can use the Eternal Shadow Spirit Diamond, which gives you 81 stam and 1% shield block value. I personally use the Eternal Shadow Spirit Diamond. I like to have the block value a little bit higher than not. And like I said, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to gem for your stage of gear or what you're lacking in. So next we'll go over enchants. Now, enchanting a tank warrior, it's very simple, very straightforward. You're going to do the Arcanum of Earth and Ring, which is going to give you 90 stamina and 35 dodge to your helm, and you have to be revered with the Earthen Ring to get that. You want the Greater Inscription of Unbreakable Quartz for your shoulder. That's going to give you 75 stamina and 25 dodge. You're going to get the Char Scale Leg Armor for your legs, which is going to give you 145 stamina. For your belt, you're going to do the Ebon Steel Belt Buckle, which is going to give you that second gem slot. For your weapon, you want Windwalk, and this is going to enchant your weapon to sometimes increase dodge by 600 and movement speed by 15% for 10 seconds. Now for boots, there's two different boots. One gives you a mastery add, one gives you a stam. Since mastery to me is the higher priority, I would encourage you to get Lava Walker. And that's going to not only move your movement speed slightly higher, but it's also going to give your mastery rating an upgrade by 35. Your chest, you want greater stamina, and this permanently enchants your chest to increase stamina by 75. Now with gloves, you can either go two ways, mastery or expertise. I go mastery, like I was saying, so permanently enchants your gloves to increase mastery rating by 65. And that's the enchant gloves greater mastery enchant. Now bracer, you can either go with enchant bracer greater expertise or enchant bracer precision. Really here, it's up for grabs. I mean, I personally would say go for expertise because hit with the way I do things is pretty much useless, and even though you keep your expertise low, I guess raising the expertise stat over the hit would be better in my opinion, but once again, that's your judgment call. Now, there's a third one, which is pretty much the one that I go with, which is Enchant Bracer Dodge, and basically that gives you an increased dodge rating of 50. So out of the three, you know, you pick which one you want to go with where you feel you're lacking with your particular spec and way to do things, but, you know, I pretty much play with dodge and parry and mastery only, so these other stats mean nothing to me. Next we have Enchant Cloak Protection, which gives you an increase in armor by 250, and last but not least, Enchant Shield Blocking, which is going to give your shield 50 more mastery rating. So as a warrior and the way I do things, 50 mastery is a big deal. Definitely the way to go. So that's pretty much in a nutshell how you're going to enchant your gear as a warrior. Next, we are going to start talking about rotation.